Joining me today is Matt Brasler out of San Francisco, California. Out of an audience of more than 50,000 agents nationwide, Matt's been selected to represent Broker Agent Advisor as this month's Broker Agent of the Month for the state of California. And Matt, it's been a privilege to get to know you. We had some high energy, fun dialogue leading up to this point, and I'm excited for the people that watch this to get a sense for who you are. I want to say congratulations on the recognition, and I appreciate you very much joining me here for a few minutes.
Thank you. I appreciate it myself. It's great to be here.
Look, I want people that see this to have a sense for what makes Matt, and maybe why you were selected for this recognition. I want to explore a couple questions together.
Sure.
The first one I have is the topic of real estate, right? There's a lot of different things you could be doing professionally. How and why did you end up selling commercial real estate there in San Francisco?
Well, I graduated from college and I went to work for a bank, and that lasted about 9 months. And a client of mine at the bank said very frankly, you have a big attitude and he gave me a 4-letter word that I'm not allowed to use. He says, you need to go talk to my friend. And that friend was in the real estate business. So I had a 9-month job, and then I got into the commercial real estate business. So I've been in it since 1998. And, for me, it's a fun business. I'm a relationship guy, and that is my driver. So I represent the landlords. I represent the tenants, buyers and sellers and leasing of buildings. But my business is the relationship business. That's my driver.
Yeah, that's awesome. Most people, many people, at least, Matt, outside the business, looking in, I think everybody in real estate makes a ton of money and this business is easy. And, we both know that the facts don't play out that way, right? Most agents struggle to find success in this business, and some of this may be redundant, but you've been in this a very long time. What do you find most rewarding about it? What keeps you going about this business? Because it is hard. It takes grit.
I might sound boring to you, but it is. For me, it's relationships. I like talking to people. I like hearing what their challenges are. I'm a logistics guy. I fix problems. If you need to lease space, if you need to buy space, if you need to move out of your space, other things, that is what I do. So my driver is the relationships and to have fun. If you and I don't get along, we're never going to do a good real estate transaction. We're never going to do anything well together. If we're having fun, no matter how hard it is, no matter how easy it is, if it's $100,000 or $100 million, if we're having fun, it turns into a good transaction. So for the last 28 years or whatever I've been in the real estate business, if it's fun, we do it, and we're successful in it.
I don't think it's boring at all. I frankly think there's an element of compassion, right? This desire to serve others and serve them well and have fun doing it. That's a requirement to be in this business as long as you have and still talk about 100%. It with a smile on your face.
100%. That's exactly it.
So, man, everybody knows San Francisco. Many people have vacationed there. Lots are probably thinking about vacationing there. What's it like to live, work, and play in San Fran? What makes that such a great market to be in?
Well, I love it here. San Francisco is a kind of a crazy town. It's depending on where you stand politically, it can be fun. I'm blessed. My office is downtown San Francisco. We've got airports very close, so I can go anywhere I want. We've got beaches everywhere I want. I'm a spoiled brat. I ride my bike 20 miles to work from Marin County to San Francisco. So it's incredible. It's also technologically, from a startup business, it is as savvy as it gets. There's a lot of technology in San Francisco and on the peninsula that it's a very sought after place. San Francisco goes up real fast. San Francisco comes down real fast. I'm getting old. I'm 46 years old. There's a lot of hot 25-year-olds in the market that are making infinitely more money than me. The startup world is really interesting right now. So you should come and see it. We'll show you around.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It sounds fast paced. I visited a couple times. It has a reputation all its own, but sounds like a pretty interesting dynamic place to live and call home. And we talked a lot about your bike riding prowess, and I'm not surprised that was brought up as part of the interview.
My bike, I'm staring if you look right there, right behind me, there's my bike sitting in my office.
Yeah, you love to get on your bike. Man, I want to ask you one more question. I'll put you on the hot seat for a minute before I let you slide out of this video.
Sure.
You've got a lot of experience. A lot of people could benefit from leaning into that experience and just leaning into you. If you were to give a single piece of advice based on your experience to a peer, what would that one piece of advice be?
If the 22-year-old Matt asked me what you really need to focus on in the real estate business, obviously the real estate 101, you will learn it as you're in the business. But if you have relationships and you focus on serving your clients what's best for them, everybody's needs are different. If the relationship can stand the test of time, the business will stand the test of time. And you can do one deal, which will turn into the next deal, which will turn into the next deal, and it will continue for decades.
I think that's, I
I,
mean,
I apologize. My thing just,
yeah, it's okay.
But the relationship side is the driver. I would tell myself that then, and I would tell myself that tomorrow too. That is literally the driver of the world.
I think a lot of people get wrapped up in chasing a transaction, right, or chasing a commission, and they lose sight of making the right decisions along the way that contribute to a more significant business tomorrow, right? Which is by serving the people for what they solicited you to provide, and giving sound advice.
I totally agree. I could tell you a conversation I had with a broker yesterday who yelled and screamed and actually went around me and called my client. And all he wanted to do was make sure he was getting paid. And my client said to him, is this transaction going to happen? Because if the transaction doesn't happen, you don't get paid anyway. How do we make the deal? And it was just a focus on again, it's not that great business to go around the broker, but my client, who is my dear friend, told the broker that the relationship will always trump, always.
Yeah, I think it's awesome advice. We live in a people world. It's a belly to belly business. The closest distance between two people is trust. And the only way people are going to trust you is if they feel like you're looking out for their interests, right? You're trying to help them accomplish what they want to accomplish. Matt, it's been a privilege to get to know you a a and I've enjoyed our conversation. It's a privilege to share this moment and shine a light on you and celebrate you for your contribution to the industry. Congrats again on the recognition, and I wish you nothing but success in the rest of your journey.
Thank you. I appreciate all your time. It's always good to talk, and we'll help when we can.
Indeed.
Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.